Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to another GT Sport Drift setup video. Apologies again for the sound of my voice. I'm still suffering with the same old cold, but it does seem to be on the mend, so hopefully for the next video I'll all be back to normal. As you can see, today's drift setup is the Camaro SS. This one was requested by JAR Gaming, along with the Corvette he's also asked for, which I'll get onto at some point soon. The Camaro certainly hasn't been the easiest drift setup to get right. The car itself is actually really heavy. You do notice it while you're drifting, and it's very easy to actually over tweak it and make it so that it just wants to spin out the whole time. But what I've come up with, I think, is a pretty happy balance between everything, and it seems to be working out pretty well for me at the moment. As always, the settings that I've come up with today just use as a base. You may want to play with them yourself and just get it, so it's perfect for your style and how you like to drift. I'll take you over to the build now, where I can explain a little bit further what I've actually done with the settings. So with this one, you're not actually going to need to take it all the way to level 3 there. Where I've been playing around with it, obviously I've unlocked all of that, but what I've done is taken the power ratio to 122%. So just be careful what you're unlocking. You don't need to waste your mileage points here, but that will give you 554 brake horsepower. With the weight reduction, however, you are going to need to take that down as far as possible. So take it all the way to level 4 there and drop it to 85%, which will still leave you 1,421 kilograms. Traction control for this build, like all of the drift setups, is set to 0. You've got comfort hard tyres, both front and rear. The brake balance remains the same at 0. Ride height wise, I've dropped it all the way to the bottom there, both front and rear, so that's 100. The frequency remains the same at 1.65, both front and back. The anti-roll bar for this build is actually set to 5 and 5, front and rear. The compression and the rebound remain exactly the same there at 60-60 and 90-90. The camber angle on the front is set to 2.5, and on the rear it's set to 1. And the toe angle is out 0.2 on the front and in 0.4 on the rear. Downforce you can't adjust on this one, unfortunately. The differential, I haven't had to play with that at all, so just leave that exactly as it is. And then with the transmission with this one, I've set that to 186 mile an hour and left everything else exactly the same as it falls when you do that. I hope you enjoyed this build. Now I've got it how I like it. I think it's quite a competent car and I quite enjoy using it. As always, thanks for coming past the channel. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen today. If you have, make sure to subscribe. I've got new content coming out all the time. Use the comment section to let me know if there's anything you'd like to see me doing in the future, or if there's any particular games you think I should be covering. Don't forget the like button, and I'll see you on the next one.